Distinguished guests, Ambassador, friends, delighted to see you here today on this beautiful sunny day and the last day of the weekend which marks our 15th birthday. And very happy to invite you to the launch of the Tapestry behind me. I'm particularly pleased to welcome back Catherine Heaney, who spent a month with us this summer. And I'm also delighted to welcome Félicie Panton from the Atelier Panton, and to Bill Shipsey, of course, for making this possible. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Ireland's new ambassador to France, Ambassador Patricia O'Brien. Thank you.
Good morning, Nora. C'est un vrai honneur d'être ici avec vous aujourd'hui pour célébrer l'un des poètes irlandais le plus important et le plus aimé de tous les temps. Nora, as I mentioned the other night, both you and your staff here at the Centre Culturel are doing extraordinary work. The promotion of our culture will be, I promise at this stage, at the heart of my time as Ambassador to France. It couldn't be, in my view, any other way. Ireland and France both value culture so highly. I'm delighted to see French and Irish ideas so intertwined. This flows inevitably from our strong and historical closeness. The beautiful centre and its history lies at the heart of our cultural and artistic relationship. Bill, who I've known for many years, Catherine, Doireann, Bhriain, Nora, and of course Peter Sis. You are of course the weavers of this wonderful loom that we have here. Today has been made possible by the generosity and vision of Eileen Barrington, Geraldine Connolly, Geraldine Shanley, Gabby Smith, and Nora. Thank you so much. The title Patron of the Arts is an old one, a worthy one, and an appropriate one to describe your contributions. Thank you.
It's a great honour and privilege for me to be here today. This Aubusson Tapestry represents not just the creative union of a Seamus Heaney poem with one of the finest expressions of French artisanship, a French artisanship that was recognised by UNESCO in 2009 as part of the intangible world heritage. But it also reflects the bonds of culture and friendship between Ireland and France that go back hundreds of years.
So it seems appropriate that we're celebrating these relationships with a tapestry, because a tapestry is all about threads and how weaving those threads together can create something lasting and strong and beautiful. And that this tapestry, conceived of in Ireland, designed in America, woven in Aubusson, should find its home here in a place that celebrates a spirit of connection and exchange feels wholly right to me, and I feel sure that Dad would agree. Now I think it's time that we hear the poem that inspired this tapestry, Lightenings, which appropriately enough, given the history of this building, describes monks at prayer and ends with that magical image of the airborne ship sailing off. And I'm delighted to introduce Félicie Panton, of Atelier Panton, who played such a key part in this, who will read the poem in French, followed by Doireann, Secretary of the Fondation Irlandaise, who will read it in English.
On lit dans les annales, à Clonmacnoise, à l'heure où tous les moines priaient dans l'oratoire, un bateau apparut dans les airs. L'ancre derrière lui traînait si près du sol qu'elle se prit aux grilles de l'hôtel. Puis, l'immense coque ayant fini de tanguer, un matelot dégringola et agrippa la corde, pour lui faire lâcher prise, en vain. Cet homme ne supporterait pas notre vie d'ici. Il se noiera, dit l'abbé, si nous ne l'aidons pas. Ainsi fut fait, le bateau libéré repartit, et l'homme remonta, hors du merveilleux, tel qu'il l'avait connu.
The annals say, when the monks of Clonmacnoise were all at prayers inside the oratory, a ship appeared above them, in the air. The anchor dragged along behind, so deep it hooked itself into the altar rails. And then, as the big hull rocked to a standstill, a crewman shinned and grappled down the rope and struggled to release it, but in vain. "This man can't bear our life here and will drown," the abbot said, "unless we help him." So they did. The freed ship sailed, and the man climbed back out of the marvellous as he had known it. Díomh go léir cháirde, tá sé go háling sibh go léir disprint an sa tómra sa ling inmh agus baichas fé le Nora asacht na rudí deasa a dúirt sí ag an tús. Merci beaucoup, Nora. And I'm absolutely delighted. Because of what Catherine said, all of his associations with France, he really did love this country and loved being here, that we have a kind of a tangible sense of his presence in this courtyard. And I do echo what Catherine said, that you should go on YouTube and watch Séamas's wonderful video, Séamas McSwiney's wonderful video of Seamus Heaney reading out there in the courtyard. It's magical. It's really, and it was a magical event organised by our then director, Sheila Pratchka. We've already heard the poem which inspired the tapestry, and a marvellous poem, it really is. And I'd like to finish with another poem of Séamas's. It's from his 1969 collection, Door into the Dark, and it's called The Given Note. I will read you the poem, and then Bhriain will follow with the very tune which inspired the poem, Perth na Buchy. The Given Note.
On the most westerly Glasgow, in a dry stone hut, he got this air out of the night. Strange noises were heard by others who followed, bits of a tune coming in on loud weather, though nothing like melody. He blamed their fingers and ear as unpracticed, their fiddling easy, for he had gone alone into the island and brought back the whole thing. The house throbbed like his full violin. So whether he calls it spirit music or not, I don't care. He took it out of wind off mid-Atlantic. Still he maintains, from nowhere. It comes off the bow gravely, rephrases itself into the air.